going to show you how to turn a fab band into little micro fab clips. So first you're going to just take the band from a fab. I'm going to cut that off, and that's going to leave you with this large piece of fabric. So what you're going to want to do to make the clips is basically cut 2 strips of fabric. So you're basically going to just follow one of these lines down and try to make sure that this label doesn't get in there. So just follow a long line all the way down, just cut right there. And then you'll cut a second strip right along this line here. And then you can remove this middle strip of fabric with the logo and just toss that. So that'll give you 2 long pieces of fabric similar to this. And then I've already cut the tails from this, but you'll need to cut a little piece off similar to what I'm holding in my hands here from your strip. And that will act as the tails, and then this will act as your bow. So this piece, I would say, is anywhere from about, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 inches or so. And just remember, when you're cutting it off the longer strip, that the edges are going to curl up. So you want to give yourself a little extra room so that when they curl, it's still long enough that you'll see it behind the bow when it's tied. So these are going to be your tails. You can see as they're bunched up, that's what it's going to look like behind the bow. And then you'll have this piece left over. And what you're going to do is basically just take this piece, loop it around like that. So you have a nice loop. Now this is how the normal fab band is. It's like one big loop. So if you have a sewing machine or something, you can sew this together so that it's easier to tie. I don't have a sewing machine, so I'm just gonna use the bow to kind of hold everything together. So once you have that down, you're gonna take your tail piece and make sure that the edges on the side are curling in towards you. Kind of scrunch that up a little bit, and then hold it right on top. So it's kind of going to be like a cross where you were holding those 2 pieces of fabric together. You see that, like that? And then you're going to just take these pieces like so, and then you're going to just tie this into a knot around the tails, making sure that you keep those pieces down so that that loop stays intact. And then once that's through, you're going to just pull it. Just like that to make a bow. So once that's tied, see how these little pieces came out? So I'm just going to tuck that right back into the bow back here. So all that gets tucked back into the knot. So then you have your tail pieces are going to be behind like that. And then you have your bow just like that. And there's going to definitely be some finagling to make sure that this winds up looking cute once you have tied it. You want your tails sticking out nice behind. But once you have it looking the way you want it, like this, you're just going to take your clip and just stick that through the back of the knot, and then you have this cute little micro fab clip. Here it is from the back again.